Let's see if we can work this thing out. What? All right, guys. So it is after 8 o'clock. I am going to go ahead and get started with this. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a new element that I'm introducing to our community, to our tribe. I got to try to figure out as many ways as I possibly can to get you guys the information to help change your life, to help change your business, to help change your career. You know, one thing that I've realized is oftentimes we don't look at ourselves as leaders. We don't look at our situation as something that we can possibly change. And I want to tell you guys, you have a ton of control in terms of the direction that everything can go as far as your life is concerned, as far as your business is concerned, as far as your career is concerned. I've had several conversations with you guys, whether it's some of you who are in some current master classes that I'm teaching. Some of you guys have attended some workshops and conferences where I've spoken and teaching and trained at, and even some of our one-on-one conversations that I've had with a couple of people. I want to make sure that you guys get everything that you need to completely change your life and take things to another level. Because I know and realize from personal experience, when I transitioned from active duty, there was no one there to teach me, show me, mold me, and give me the information that I needed. So I had to really go on this hunt. I had to really go on this grind and search for what it was that I was looking for. And throughout that process, I was completely blown away by, all the things that I did not know. And so I was like, okay, there are a lot of things that I don't know. So I can only imagine that there are, millions and even billions of people who don't know the same information. So I've been, training, investing money into coaches, investing money into workshops, traveling to different workshops and conferences to get all the information that I need to improve at my skills. I've always been a talented guy at different things, but if you don't have the skills to be able to execute properly, it's just impossible for you to take things to another level. So the last couple of years, guys, I've just been putting these skills together, building the relationships, gaining the information to help myself and my family and future generations, but also to now be able to give back, share, and give you guys what you need to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So if you guys can hear me loud and clear, just drop a comment or give me a like, give me a heart or something like that to let me know that you guys can hear me and everything is sounding pretty good for you. And we're going to get ready to get started into this training. Give me a heart or something like that to let me know that you guys can hear me and everything is sounding pretty good for you. And we're going to get ready to get started into this training. All right, so I got one thumbs up. That's good enough for me. Paula says there's a little feedback. To be honest with you right now, Paula, just bear with me. This is the first time that we are trying this. So just bear with me on this one. And as we work through this, this is something that I want to do on a frequent basis as far as live trainings and the Facebook group. So as we move through this, I promise you it will move, it'll improve, and the feedback and everything will get better. So as we move through this, I promise you it will move, it'll improve, and the feedback and everything will get better. All right, so for those who don't know, I'm Jay Jackson. I've been branded by Miss Lakeitha Gray, who helped me develop my initial brand. She says, it isn't howling the feedback we had at the beginning. It just sounds like you're repeating yourself. She says, it isn't howling the feedback we had at the beginning. It just sounds like you're repeating yourself. Okay. I'm thinking. I can't think of anything at the moment, guys, of what we could do. I can't mute my microphone here, and this is the only place. All right, so just ride with me. So, like I said, I can't figure out what's going on, why we got this feedback. So, we're just going to rock with it. All right, so again, Jay Jackson, the Transformation Architect. If you're not following me yet on the other social media platforms, it is at Mr. J underscore Jackson on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. On LinkedIn, it's Jay Jackson. And to learn a little bit more about me, my story, to read my blog articles, to check out Be Extraordinary University, which is my online university and coaching program, you can go to mrjjackson.com. But let's get started with the four secrets that will change everything for you. All right. So first up, guys, um, we're here because you have a dream. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has an idea. Everybody has, a view of life that they know that they want to live. They know that um, things can be different. They know that their current circumstances can improve. Even people who have reached what they consider to be their level of success, even millionaires and billionaires. So the other day, I heard a story of somebody said where they heard even Oprah. And, on paper, I think Oprah is like 2.5, maybe even close to $3 billion in net worth. And so even Oprah, who has, wealth, years and years, probably hundreds of years over, which is managed properly, even she still has dreams. Even she still has aspirations. So I know that if someone with the financial resources and relationships that Oprah has, each and every last one of us has a dream. We have an idea. We have something that we can achieve and something that's better than where we are right now. So look, you have a dream to build something great, and I want to show you guys how to make that happen. I tell you, when I started this journey a few years ago, I knew I had an idea, I had a dream, but I definitely didn't know, how it was going to happen. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew why I wanted to do it. Even just yesterday, talking to an expert in marketing who gave me and delivered a couple of tools and some ideas to help me kind of figure out how we're going to be able to get to the 5 million by 2023. Just trust me, guys. Trust your process. Know what you want to do. Know why you want to do it, and the how will come. I don't believe you guys would be on this webinar right now. I'm part of your how. Allow me to be a part of your how. And so that's what this is really all about. All right. So why are we here? For those of you who are new to leadership or entrepreneurship, you're going to get the information that you need to help you understand what it takes to become the person who can achieve your goals. And then for our more experienced leaders and entrepreneurs, you'll get the information to help you understand what it takes to grow your business or even grow in your career. And then for our more experienced leaders and entrepreneurs, you'll get the information to help you understand. So here's the deal, guys. Some of you may or may not have heard up to this point that, I believe and I say we because it's not just me. I'm okay with steering the ship. I'm okay with guiding us on this journey. But you guys who are listening to this live, and those of you who are going to listen to this on the replay, we have a new opportunity to build something great. And that is to transform 5 million lives and businesses by 2023. And I tell you guys, that will be directly and indirectly. So directly through me, through webinars, one-on-one coaching, through books, some documentary films that I have coming up, podcasts, webcast interviews, but then most importantly, the lives and businesses that you're going to change as a result of, who you are as a leader and what you're capable of accomplishing. So we're going to focus on increasing your impact on those that you serve, helping you achieve your goals, and then improve your personal finances and help you achieve your dreams. All right, so my goal for this session, and number one, guys, the only way for you to reach your goal is through a blueprint for success. And the only way for you to create your blueprint is through a strategic action plan. I tell you guys, you have to be strategic in everything that you do. And if you stick around to the end, I highly encourage you to stick around to the end. I'm going to talk to you about how you can create your strategic action plan to really help you change your life and even change your career and change your business. All right, so a little bit about me. Again, Jay Jackson, I'm a military veteran, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a trainer, I'm an author. I've got more than 20 years of leadership and strategic planning experience to help you transform your trajectory. Got a business degree from Columbia Southern University. Done some executive coaching training up at Syracuse University's Whitman School of Management. Some sales training course, project management, and even I'm an author. My first book is The Transformation Experience: Shifting Paradigms for Success. But I tell you guys, you don't have to have the degrees on the wall. You don't have to have the certificates in order for you to be able to change your life and even change the lives and businesses of other people. But as an elite performance coach, I help you better understand who you are, improve your habits, your thought patterns, your decision making, your productivity, and most important, guys, your profits. Because from personal experience, over the last couple of years, I've realized that an extra $1,000, an extra $2,500, or an extra $5,000 a month will completely change your circumstances, will completely change your life and the lives of those around you. It's a phenomenal thing when you start to really realize what you're capable of and the different opportunities that are out there and available to you in order for you to be able to do some great things. So as I said before, we're on a mission to transform 5 million lives and businesses by 2023. So a little bit more about me. So 19 years of age, guys, when I first joined the military, I was a leader of a 15-person training element. A couple of months later, when I turned 20, I was in charge of a 50-plus personnel training flight. A little bit further, I PCS or did a permanent change of station where I moved over to RAF Lakenheath, 2 hours away from London, where I lived in the UK for 4 years, and I led operations to protect 4,500 active duty military members and over 1,000 British and US civilians. When I turned 29, this is when I went over to Baghdad, Iraq. Yep, I spent some time over in the sandbox, and that experience was life-changing for me because I was close to death, for at least six straight months. You know, I didn't experience hand-to-hand combat. I didn't have to kick in any doors. I didn't go in and find Saddam or Bin Laden or anything like that. But I tell you, mortar rounds and improvised explosive devices and worrying about whether or not you would get hit with a mortar or, your vehicle will explode as you're driving down the road, it's real. And so I tell you, that experience completely changed my view and my perspective on life. I had the opportunity to break bread, shake hands, and work close to close with Iraqi citizens. And I realized one thing, guys, is that everyone across the globe, they are just like we are in America. We want the best possible education. We want the best possible opportunities for ourselves, for our kids, and we want to be able to travel freely and enjoy the best things that this life has to offer. All right, so a couple years later, 32 years of age, I led a team in support of a $9 billion sustainment acquisition or sustainment mission at Robins Air Force Base down in Georgia, where we were focused on air traffic control and maintenance of aircraft. And then I got the pleasure to work at the executive level where I managed policies and programs in support of 21,462 people and an annual community impact of $8.3 billion. All right. And so what we got? We got a couple comments here. She says, Jay, there are free entrepreneur courses on Coursera through the University of Maryland. Just putting it out there for those who may want to learn but thrown off by lack of funds to go to school. Your resume is excellent, but your spirit and willingness to coach others, you will always be water for others. I appreciate that, Miss Pamela. Yeah, so there are definitely a ton of free courses out there that will teach you some of the things that you want to know. And that's why I'm giving you guys this free course. I know no one is teaching you what I'm teaching. And so because I know no one is teaching you what I'm teaching, that's why I got you right now tonight. So I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So my coach, this guy, Paul Brunson, I hired this guy a couple of months ago, earlier this year. And I tell you, business coaching with this guy completely changed my life. It completely changed my business. It gave me the tools and resources that I needed to really increase my impact and increase profits within my business. Clearly, you guys know the lady on the left-hand side. That's Oprah Winfrey. If you don't know the gentleman that he's standing next to, that's Enver Yücel, and Enver Yücel is also a billionaire. He's a Turkish billionaire, made his wealth in the training and education space. And then most importantly, I'm really proud is that he launched a TV show on ABC called Help, I Need Love earlier this year, back in May. And it's just phenomenal. So you can only imagine the information and wisdom that he has and that he shared with me just by his connection with Oprah Winfrey and Mr. Enver Yücel. But I tell you guys, both Paul and I have something in common with Oprah Winfrey and the Enver Yücel, and that is the dollar sign in our dreams has a B behind it. Now, look, I get it. Not everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody wants to be wealthy. But my dream is to leave a legacy for future generations. And I want to be able to give you guys some nuggets and some information to change your life, change the lives of your children, your grandchildren, and help you establish that legacy for your future generations. So, and here's the deal, guys. I know I'm going to say some things that might just be a seed that I'm planting into your mental soil. For some of you, I'm going to say some things to kind of pull some weeds out that have been misconceptions for you throughout your life. Some of you, I'm going to pour some water on you to help you grow, to kind of nourish you and nourish that seed. But then some of you guys, I'm going to be the sunshine. For some of you guys, I'm going to come in, I'm going to shed some light on you to really help you grow and really help you really, take off and launch you up into the sky to whatever that next level is for you. All right, so real quick, before we get into this thing, some of the brands that I've worked with, of course, the United States Air Force is one that I'm really proud of. Georgia State University, Fort Valley State University, Mercer University. Most recently, in the bottom right-hand corner, you got B-Blogalicious. For those of you guys who know that I traveled down to Miami last week and spoke at a conference there, 9th year. Phenomenal experience. I met some phenomenal people, strengthened my relationships with some of the people who are phenomenal and connected with that community. So this is just a quick overview of some of the brands that I've worked with. But here's why I do what I do. Real quick, for you guys who are watching live, just type in the comment section what you guys think, why you guys think I do what I do. For you guys who are watching live, just type in the comment section what you guys think, why you guys think I do what I do. All right, Natasha said passion. I'm definitely passionate about it, no doubt. All right, Natasha said passion. I'm definitely passionate about it, no doubt. That's it. You got nothing, Paula? All right, Paula says to lead others to greater purpose. Purpose is wealth, no doubt. All of those are right, guys. The primary reason I do what I do is simply because I want to see you win. I want to see each and every last one of you guys win at whatever it is that you do. I want to see you win. All right, so when did I know that this was going to be the career, the mission, the purpose, the journey that, I believe I was, destined and called to lead you guys on? So February 2014, I was taking a class at the Small Business Development Center, and it was a great class, but I realized that, the things that I really wanted to do, there wasn't anyone within that particular office who could give me the training and coaching and things like that that I really needed to help me get to where I wanted to be. So August of that same year, a friend and I, we went up to Atlanta. We went to the neighborhood awards that Steve Harvey hosts. Some of you might know it as the Hoodies when they used to do it out in Vegas. And while at that conference, they had a sales and marketing strategy where they have you, text a certain word to a number, and they'll give you a free gift like an ebook or something like that. And I did. And when I left that conference in August, I really didn't think about it any further. I never even read the book or anything like that. But a few months later, in November of 2014, I get an email from Steve Harvey himself, where Steve Harvey himself is talking about, hey, I'm inviting you to my Act Like a Success conference up in the Virginia and DC area. You need to come out. I'm going to give you everything that you need to know to be successful. And at that time, I was trying to figure out what is it going to take for me to be successful and, life 2.0 as a civilian. I needed to know this. So I purchased my ticket, my flight. I purchased a VIP ticket so I can sit front row, thinking I would be close to Steve Harvey. And let me tell you, Steve Harvey was probably about 50 feet away from me. So we didn't get close to him at all. But anyways, I made the VIP ticket purchase, but I was able to connect and build relationships with people in the VIP section. But that same weekend, guys, some of you might remember there was a major snowstorm that weekend, May 6th through the 8th of 2015, where there were vehicles and people trapped on Interstate 75, and a couple of people died that particular weekend. So I'm sitting on the airplane getting ready to leave, and I'm like, oh, please don't cancel my flight. And sure enough, the pilot comes on and he's like, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you that this flight's been canceled. Please get off, go to this ticket counter, and they'll tell you your next instructions. So before I got off the plane, I already knew that I was driving to the DC area. So my friend, my boy Ty, who was on the flight with me, as he got off the plane, he walked up to me. He was like, we're driving, huh? Absolutely, we're driving. And so we took off. I tell you guys, we got our bags, rented an SUV. We're driving up to the DC area. And it was pretty good until we got to about Virginia. It was a blizzard. It was crazy. So we couldn't see like 2 feet in front of us. Other cars had their flashing lights on. You could actually hear, we're driving like 45, 50 miles an hour, and you could actually hear the ice, crunching and just crunch underneath the tires of the vehicle. I mean, it was scary, but I didn't care. Like, I had to be at this conference, and we made it 1 hour. We made it at 7 a.m. The conference started at 8 a.m. I took a shower, went downstairs, and that was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. And I want to tell you the three takeaways. The three major takeaways are: one, the military had already trained me to be successful. The resources that you need are inside and around you. That is just how dope God is. God put it inside of you so that nobody can come along and take it away from you. All right. And number three, relationships are key. Okay. You have to have the relationships and people who can help you get to the next level. And I'm just telling you guys from personal experience, I wouldn't have made the growth and the progress that I've been able to make thus far if not for the relationships that I've been able to build thus far over the last couple of years. And I know things are going to get better because each and every single day as I go out to different networking events, conferences, and I'm introduced and connected to other people, I realize that my relationships are getting stronger. The caliber of people are getting, higher in terms of the projects that they work on and who they're connected to. So relationships, guys, are key. So in May of 2017, the mission of Transform 5 Million began. And I'll tell you, it started out as 1 million. And I thought I was doing something big when I said, 1 million lives and businesses, until somebody said, Jay, you're limiting yourself. And, I thought I was doing something big for real. But when they say, you need to go to 5 million, okay, let's try it. And I realized that, hey, when you've been through some of the things that I've been through in life, whether it is, growing up in an abusive household where my stepdad, beat on my mom, me and my sister, making it through that, going to Baghdad, Iraq, and being close to death every day for 6 straight months. And then even my transition from, the military into the civilian life, or life 2.0, as I call it, where I was facing up to 10 years in a military prison and I was fighting for my life. So when you go through those types of experiences, your perspective on life really changes, and you realize that, hey, if I can get through these things with my faith and my courage, then anything is possible. So boom, we went from 1 million to 5 million, and here we go. All right, so why this matters to you guys? It matters because you're hungry for the right information. You've been inspired to achieve more. Traditional education didn't prepare you for entrepreneurship or even leadership. Again, yes, I believe each and every last one of you has an entrepreneurial spirit, but you've been conditioned to believe that all you have to do is go to school, get good grades, work until you're 60, 65, depend on pension, depend on Social Security, and then die. And I tell you guys, we're living a lot longer. Pensions are going away. Social Security is going to be going away. So you guys have to start thinking like entrepreneurs and leaders and developing these skills and habits that create additional streams of income so that you can really improve your financial situation and even change the lives and businesses of those that you lead, your kids, your grandkids, those that you lead in your office, or even those you're going to lead in the future. Yeah, so Paula says, you are a part of my divine providence. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate that. I'm grateful for the opportunity to lead you at this stage in your journey. I really am grateful. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate. All right, so we're going to get back into why this matters to you. Next thing, goal achievement is hard and confusing because you're expected to figure things out alone. Trust me, there are a lot of things that I've had to figure out alone, and I don't want you guys to have to figure these things out alone. You feel you don't have the resources, and trust me, you have every resource that you need to get to where you want to be from where you are right now. You just have to believe that it's either inside of you or right around you. You've got at least 100 phone numbers in your cell phone, and that 6 degrees of separation is real. Whatever it is that you need, just be intentional about building your relationships and asking those that you're connected to if they know someone who can help you get whatever it is that you need to get to where you want to be. And with the strategic action plan, as I told you guys, we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, you're going to receive some practical tips to be implemented immediately. You'll get to join a community of like-minded leaders and entrepreneurs to really encourage you and hold you accountable and give you some of the ideas on how you can either add additional streams of income or take your current streams of income to another level. And then three, and most importantly, we're going to accelerate your progress. I tell you guys, by working with a community of leaders and entrepreneurs and working with coaches and going to workshops and conferences have completely accelerated my progress. So I highly encourage you guys to get involved. So real quick, this is just one of my clients that I've worked with, Audrey Dukes, the CEO of Rosemary Bliss, where she talks about, how working with me as a coach and mentor has completely, changed her life, changed her business, and helped her really, take off and get to higher levels. And we're still working together. I've been working with her. I think we're coming up probably on a year. Yep, we're almost up on a year that we've been working together. She's graduated on some things. I've graduated on some things. And I believe that we're going to continue to climb and grow to higher levels. All right, so here's what we're going to cover. All right, secret number one, how to get people to believe in your idea. Secret number two, how to become the person who can make an impact. Secret number three, how to get others to work with you. And then secret number four, how to improve your output to increase your results. And of course, we're going to talk about much, much more because I've got a couple of stories and nuggets and gems that I'm going to drop in the middle of each one of these particular secrets. So let's get into it. Secret number one, how to get people to believe in your idea and have fun doing it. Look, guys, you have to have a vision. You have to have a clear and exciting image of the future. So for me, one of the things that I keep locked, into my mental image, my mental picture is, the idea that I can speak in a basketball stadium in front of 25,000 people. I really believe that that's going to happen. That's a vision that I have. And oftentimes when I go to, whether it's basketball games or concerts, I actually, can sit there, close my eyes and envision myself standing on that stage, speaking to that particular audience. So you have to have a clear and exciting image of the future. It's a bold idea or it's a bold dream. Again, transforming 5 million lives and businesses is bold. Some people have looked at me and even said, Jay, you are crazy if you think you're going to do that. Guess what? Yes, I am crazy enough to believe that it's going to happen. All right. Even one of our most venerated spiritual teachers, the master teacher. Um, some people say God. Look again. Like, look, guys, nobody knows. Some people say universe, higher power, omnipotence, whatever, source, higher intelligence. Who knows what the true name is? Because, people rewrite history. Let's just be honest about this. But even people called him crazy. Even people say, hey, this is blasphemy that you're speaking of. And so if they're going to dog him, if they're going to mistreat him and kill him for his faith and his belief and who he was and what his mission and purpose was for being on this planet, then guess what they're going to do to you? So I'm okay with people calling me crazy. I'm okay with people mistreating me. I don't care what you think about me. Let's go. We're on this mission together to transform our lives together and also to transform the lives and businesses of others. You're on this vision and on this mission. Let's go. All right. So your vision is where you want to take your company, your community, your family. I want you guys to focus on disciplined growth. It will not happen overnight. It's a process. It's a journey. So be disciplined and just focused on consistent growth when you're establishing your vision. All right. Paula says, I have a vision of 1 million and to do a TED talk. That's what I'm talking about, Paula. 1 million and do a TED talk. All right. So think globally, guys. The internet, social media has completely torn down geographical borders. You can reach people across the globe. There are people right here in this Facebook community from Australia, from the UK, Georgia, California, Tennessee, you name it. There are people from all over the place who are there and on this journey with you at the same level as you and want to help you grow, and they want you to be able to help them grow. And again, one of the things I talked about, think legacy. Think about what you're going to leave for your kids. What are you going to leave for your grandkids? What are you going to leave for your great grandkids? Because if you don't do it, they're going to have a life that is either equal to where you currently are or worse than what you currently have. Because unfortunately, our leaders who have come before us haven't put us in a position to have a better future for our country. So I want you to start thinking legacy so that you can create and prepare a better future for your future generations. And of course, the good book says, where there is no vision, people perish. And this is 100% true. And of course, the good book says, where there is no vision, people perish. And this is 100% true. All right, guys, you have to have a mission. All right. You have to have a mission for yourself as an individual, and then you have to be a part of the mission of your community and of your tribe. So your mission is a summary of the goals and values of a company, of an organization, or of a family. And your mission statement should fit on a t-shirt. So for example, transform 5 million. So just start to work through some of, the ideas of what your mission statement, your personal mission statement is going to be. All right. Next, we're going to talk about your strategic objectives. So your short-term goals, what would you like to achieve over the next 7, 30, 90, 180 days, or which is 6 months, or 365 days, which is a year. All right. Your long-term goals. Your long-term goals are, what would you like to achieve over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 60 years? And yes, you will still be here 40 years from now, 60 years from now. If you take care of yourself physically, if you take care of yourself mentally, if you take care of yourself spiritually, you can be here 40 years from now, 60 years from now in great health. We need you to be physically healthy 40 and 60 years from now so that we can continue on this mission. I've already been told that the expiration date on my mission, the expiration date on my role and responsibilities on this journey, my expiration date is the day that I die. This won't end until I take my last breath, my heart starts pumping, my brain stops functioning. That's when it ends for me, guys. So I need you to start thinking that way. Don't give up just because you're getting a little bit older. Absolutely. Paula says this is the season of the surely portion of the vision. Slowly, surely it shall come to pass. All right. So when we start talking about your goals, guys, that your goals must be specific, measurable, and time bound. And what I mean by specific, you have to have a number, a specific objective of what it is that you want to achieve. It must be measurable. You must be able to track whether or not you are getting closer to your goals. And then it has to be time bound, meaning you have to put a date on it because, a statement that doesn't have an actual date on it, it's just a dream. It's just an idea. It's not an actual goal. So make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, and time bound. And so again, another quote or scripture from the great book, it says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that who reads it. So that's Habakkuk, whatever it is, 2 and 2. Don't beat me up on the pronunciation of it, but Habakkuk 2 and 2. Write the vision and make it plain upon tablets that he may run that read it. All right. So I told you guys there's a new opportunity, the vehicle of change. And I tell you, one of the major clues that I collected from that Steve Harvey Act Like a Success conference is success leaves clues. Find someone who is doing the things that you want to do. If they're doing it great, they're doing it at a high level, follow their examples, model their behaviors. I can't I can't express enough, guys, the different, workshops and conferences that I've attended and the experts and what they're doing and the success that they're having. And just by making small tweaks and adjustments in my approach and gaining new skills and improving on my talents and the things that I'm great at, it's completely changed my life. It's completely changed my business. So trust me, success leaves clues. Find somebody who's doing what you're doing and model their behavior, and you too will be able to go to a higher level. So real quick, here's how I know success leaves clues. George Bush said, a proud tradition. Bill Clinton came back. It's time to change America. Obviously, we know Bill Clinton won. All right, John McCain. When John McCain ran for president, he says, country first. Barack Obama says that word again, change. Barack Obama won. All right, Hillary Clinton says, fighting for us. Guess what? Donald Trump says, make America great again. He didn't use the word change, but you can see, make America great again means a change from where we currently were. He sold that message and people bought into it. And of course, that's why he's now number 45 in terms of our presidents. Change is the key, guys. Change is the key. And so there's a great key or a great quote from the late, great Jim Rohn that says, for things to change, you've got to change. And I tell you from personal experience, my life did not change until I changed. I wasn't able to achieve and experience higher levels of success until I started to make some changes about my character, about my philosophy, about my approach to my day to day. So you guys have to make changes. All right. So how to develop your vision. I tell you guys, I'm going to give you the why, but I'm also going to give you the how, which is some practical steps to help you really start to make the changes and make the transformation. So step one, create a bold statement of what you want to achieve. Step number two, identify the skills, tools, and resources that you need. Literally write them down. As you can see over my shoulder, there are several poster boards and dry erase boards where I've written down the skills, tools, and resources that I need. Write them down, make them plain so that he who sees it can run with it. And your spirit, that's your spirit that will come in, take a look at it, and actually go out. And this is not mystical, magical, crazy stuff, guys. It is just real. The Bible is spiritual, but it is also practical. So we have to practically apply the tools, tips, and information that we receive from that book. All right, so number three, gather input from your team, community, and family. That's why it's important, guys, when I post the different, the daily things, and you're having challenges, or you have a major win, or you're reading a book, or you're struggling to try to figure out how can you create an income stream to change your finances, you have to get your input from your community, because we're here for you. We're here to help you win. The Facebook community of increased impact and increased profits with Jay Jackson. This is what we're all about, guys, helping you get the information that you need so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be. All right. So when it comes to your vision, review and redraft often. I've changed the name of this group. I've made some adjustments in my vision statement. I've made some adjustments in my mission statement. I've made some changes in my character and who I am. And change is important, guys. If you don't change and tweak and make these adjustments, things stay stagnant and you are not growing. A few years ago, I was dating someone, and she literally broke up with me because she says that, you got me changing. And at the time, because I really didn't understand it, I took it personal and I thought that there was something wrong by, me changing and helping her change. And I had to really process and say, yo, did I have you changing for the worse, or did I have you changing for the better? And when I realized that, what we were going through and what I was teaching and learning myself, I was having her change for the better and not for the worse. So, hey, to each their own. Everybody has the right to make whatever decision they want to make. I wish her the best. I hope she's wished me the best. But if not, we're going to continue on our mission. All right, step number 5, execute with massive, massive action. Do not be afraid. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about it being great. Don't worry about having everything that you need. I'm telling you from personal experience, you just have to put it out there, no matter how ugly it is. One of our community members, Ella Rucker, she talks about there's beauty in an ugly start. Yes, there is beauty in an ugly start. It's okay for your product, your service to not be perfect when you first get started, because there's a journey, there's a process of things improving and evolving. My first website it was disgusting. All right, that's all I can say. It was disgusting. But now I'm a little bit more impressed with the progress that we've made, guys. So don't worry about how ugly it is. Don't worry about um, what progress you think that you haven't made. Just put it out there, go for it, and it's going to be okay. All right, and number 6, share the vision often. Check out the bottom left-hand corner, guys. 5 million by 2023 is on every single slide. I'm going to share that often. When I share social media posts, when I shoot out emails to my email list, when I'm speaking to people, I'm always talking about 5 million by 2023, guys. Natasha says, I witnessed beauty in an ugly mess last night. God can take your mess and give you back a message. Absolutely. I'm so happy that things are getting better, Natasha, for you and your challenges that you and your family are going through right now. I'm super, super proud. I'm grateful. Stay strong, and we're going to get through this thing. All right, another quick testimonial. Jay is an indispensable asset for any team, an incredible leader, consistently challenge you to take a leap and stretch to increase your capacity in every facet, supporting you each time you jump. I told you guys, I got your back. I know the importance of having somebody there that believes in you, who will support you. I am here for each and every last one of you. And there are members in this community who are here for you, who love you. Even if they don't know you, they still love you because that's just who they are. That's who they are at their core, their values, their beliefs. They want to see you win as much as I want to see you win. So this is how we get down, guys. All right, secret number 2, how to become the person who can make an impact. I tell you guys, it is your philosophy, how you choose to pursue your dreams, regardless of other people's opinion. Trust me, I've been told I was wrong. I've been told that I was crazy, but you cannot worry about the opinions of other people. The opinions of others does not matter. The people who are there to support you, trust and believe in their opinions. I've had family members call me crazy. I've had friends who I consider to be a brother. And I really thought, of all people, these individuals will support me in Life 2.0 and support me on this journey. But I tell you, I had someone who I trusted and believed as a brother shoot me an email, not tell me face to face, not tell me over a call, but shoot me an email and say, you know, Jay, the changes that you're making and the things that you want to talk about are things that I don't want to talk about and things that I don't want to do. So I have to take a step back from you. And I was like, whoa, are you serious? You want to take a step back from me because I want to talk about change and growth and business and um, financial freedom and financial independence and riches and wealth. And I'm like, we're both broke. Okay. And so if we're both broke, what else is there for us to talk about? We need to be focusing on ideas on how we can improve our situation. So again, regardless of the opinions of others, you have to keep moving forward. All right. So your philosophy allows you to imagine, create, and execute on market shifting ideas. Your philosophy should guide the way that you live your life, shapes the way that you approach your business, and plays an important role in how you build your community, your family, and your company. Okay? Shapes the way that you approach your business. It plays an important role in how you build your community, your family, and your company. Okay? All right, so how to establish your philosophy. So the late great Jim Rohn says, your philosophy determines whether you will go for the disciplines or continue the errors. And here's what we mean by that, guys. So consistently, I get up and I go to the gym. My son and I, we get up and we go to the gym. And that's just because, one, from a physical perspective with my temple, I want to make sure that I stay healthy. There's no way I can get to 40 years from now, 60 years from now, and still be able to lead at a high level. My son also has goals and dreams that he wants to try and go for the Olympics. So we have to remain disciplined in our eating habits and disciplined in our ability to get up early, stay on our routine, stay on our habits of consistently getting our cardio in, getting our weight training in, and getting our time in the sauna to kind of, pull the lactic acid out of our muscles, sweat, detox ourselves. It's important, guys. All right. So that's just part of your philosophy. Excuse me. Is sticking with the disciplines. So how to establish your philosophy? Number one, you have to establish the direction that you're going in. Are you going to go left, right, laterally and kind of stay where you are? Are you going to start looking at the past and staying focused on the past and staying stuck, where you are, or going in reverse? Or are you going to shift the direction, shift your GPS and start focusing on, hey, what's possible in the future? Paula says, I never use the word broke. I always say I have funds temporarily unavailable that have not been released from the kingdom. I get it. I am active and posting, but paying attention. Awesome, 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 Paula. All right. So number two, learn from success and failure. I tell you guys, I learn more from my failures than I do from my success, because whenever things don't, go the way we would have liked for them to go, you go back and you figure out, what do I need to start, stop, or continue doing in the future so that I can improve or change my results. Okay. So learn from your success and your failures. All right. Number three, read all you can. If I was still in the military, one of the things they used to do it more so with the Army guys, you can probably hear the tap, they stomp on the ground, but read all you can. I'm emphasizing, read all you can. Number four, keep a journal. Write it down. Don't depend on your mind to retain all the information that you need. Write your notes. Just track it. If there's a nugget that comes to you from somebody while you're in the grocery store, while you're watching a YouTube video, I hope you're taking notes right now, gathering and capturing all the information. And then at the end of the week, go back and read over your notes and reflect, because the more you read it, guys, you don't always get something that you read the first time. The second time, you'll pick up on something new. So keep a journal. All right. Step number five, observe and listen. All right. Listen more than you speak. I promise you, when you're really intentional and being attentive to what people are saying, you'll hear what's not being said. And what's not being said is the information that you need to really help you understand which direction you need to go in terms of your philosophy. All right. Uh, Natasha says successful people read at least 60 books a year. Absolutely. As you guys can see, you can see the library is built, it's growing. We're going to put some more shelves up here real soon, guys. I've got books on Audible. I've also got books on my Google Play. That's what I do. At least once a month, I go to a local bookstore. It's a used bookstore, and I might spend 40 or 50 bucks, but I'm walking out of the library with 10 or 12 books. And guess what? Just that 40 to 50 bucks that I invested in those books, I guarantee you it's going to give me a return of hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars, because you are the 5 years from now, you are the books that you read today. So whatever books you read today determine who you're going to be 5 years from now. So I'm just constantly consuming and dumping all the information that I can into my mental soil so that the seeds can be planted, the water can be poured, the weeds can be pulled out, and the sunshine can be spread and shined on the trees and the flowers and the plants that are inside of my mental mind to help them grow. All right, so you got to be disciplined, guys. Be disciplined. And number 7, don't neglect the details. All right, everything matters. Cross your T's, dot your I's, and everything that you do. Okay, don't neglect the details. Anybody that tells you, oh, that's no big deal, that's not important, question it. All right, everything matters. Don't neglect the details. Anybody that tells you, oh, that's no big deal, that's not important. All right. So, effective leader characteristics. Yes, you are a leader. Okay. If you're a parent, you're a leader. I don't care if you work at the gas station as a gas station clerk, you're a leader because you're impacting the people who come through your line. If you're a nonprofit, director, if you're a middle manager, if you're an emerging leader, if you're a senior executive, you are a leader. And these are some of the leadership characteristics that I believe are most important if you really want to change your life, change your business, and change the lives and businesses of those that you influence. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but I'll touch on a few of them. Number 1 is integrity. If you don't have integrity, your character will ruin your chances and opportunities to be able to really grow and to really be able to excel. You must have integrity. You must be committed. I can honestly say, guys, there were times in this journey where, my commitment wavered. I really didn't, commit 100% because I was like, hey, God, I don't know if people are going to, listen to me. Are people going to trust me? Are people going to really want to hear what it is that I have to say? And then I had to finally be convinced that who cares that there are people who don't want to listen or don't trust me and don't believe in me. Focus on those who want to hear you. Focus on those who do believe in you. Focus on those who want to get the information to get from where they are to where they want to be. So be committed to what you want to achieve. Be intuitive. You have to trust your gut. You have to trust your intuition, guys. That's how Source, God, your Holy Spirit, whatever it is that you believe, that's how it speaks to you. It's that small voice. It's those feelings that you have. It guides you on the decisions that you make. Trust your intuition. Be a status quo breaker. All right. One of the things that just used to burn me up is when I would hear people say, oh, well, it's always been done this way. Well, just because it's always been done this way doesn't mean that it's the right way. Break the status quo. In order for things to grow and evolve, in order for things to change and get better, break the status quo. Okay? It's okay to break the status quo. As long as we're breaking the status quo and changing things for a reason. If it's working and things are moving great, we still might challenge it. If we realize that, the challenge isn't the best thing for everybody or for the overall mission and vision, then we'll keep it the same. But if it's broken, we're going to break it some more and we're going to figure out how can we fix this thing. All right, Paula says a lack of integrity skills or lack of integrity kills purpose and money cannot shed it or can't shade it. It is a catalyst for poverty of the spirit. Absolutely. You have to have integrity. All right, guys. Real quick, we're gonna go on, and I'm gonna touch on emotional intelligence. And here's why emotional intelligence is so important. I have seen people completely ruin their chances and opportunities to either build personal relationships or build professional relationships because they allowed their emotions to come in and interfere in their decision making process, or they react in an unhealthy way. You know, for example, one of the posts that I think I put in the group earlier was, "Don't react, respond." Okay, take some time to process what you just heard, what you just experienced, what you just went through. Control your emotions. You know, that's why when you hear people talk about you and your significant other, when things get heated, take a walk. You know, get your emotions under control and come back and have that discussion. All right. Oh, and I forgot the quote at the bottom. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader. All right. Oh, and I forgot the quote at the bottom. If your actions inspire. All right. So another quick testimonial, guys. Look, this guy, Mark A. Wingo, doing phenomenal things with people all over the country, real estate, financial planning. He's really doing it at a high level. But Mark says, Jay's the man. And I appreciate Mark for saying I'm the man. But he says, I'm a great motivator with a calm approach. My words speak volumes to inspire you to reach your fullest potential. And I hope this is true for each and every last one of you watching this right now. If this is true for those of you who are either watching this live or watching this on the replay, drop me a comment, you know, or hit the hearts or hit the like button real quick to let me know if you believe that this is true for you. Watching this live or watching this on the replay, drop me a comment, you know, or hit the hearts or hit the like button real quick to let me know if you believe that this is true for you. All right, Tasha, we'll see you later. She says she got to jump off real quick and take care of some things, but she'll catch on the replay. All right. Yeah, I appreciate it, Paula. Awesome coaching with compassion and not compliance. True, true, true. Appreciate it, appreciate it. All right, secret number 3, guys, how to get other people to work with you, how to get others to work with you. All right, be of service. You have to be a servant leader, guys. Servant leadership is a philosophy and set of practices that enriches the lives of individuals, builds better organizations, and ultimately creates a more just and caring world. Okay? Leadership is about the people. It's about nothing else. Yes, we need money and profits to improve our bottom line. We need money and resources in order to, you know, keep the mission moving forward. But you have to take care of your people. If you take care of the people who are in your tribe, the people who are in your company, the people who are in your community, if you take care of the people who are in your family, I promise you guys, the people will take care of you. As I said before, relationships are key. All right. So one of the things I want to give you really quick, one of the books that I want to share with you is Be a Power Connector. How to Be a Power Connector is the name of the book, but I want you to be a power connector. And what that book is about, it is the 5 plus 50 plus 100 rule for turning your business network into profits by Judy Robinette. It is a phenomenal book. Matter of fact, I will gift this book to you. I'll give you this book on Audible for free if you inbox me your email address. I'll send you a link to you as my free gift to you guys. All right. Another thing on be of service, add value to the marketplace. Offer solutions to people's problems. We can all sit around and complain and say, you know, what the problems are and why there are problems, but offer solutions to the problems. That's what true leaders do. And when you offer solutions to people's problems, people will remember that, and they'll always remember who helped them through this challenge. And so when there's an opportunity that they feel is potential success for you, they'll remember that you solved their problems, so they'll come back and help you solve your problems. And then again, give, 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 guys. It is just a universal law. It is just a universal principle that when you give, you always receive and return 100%, 100-fold in comparison to what you gave. So always be a giver. All right? Don't give to your detriment to where you can't pay your bills, your light bill, your mortgage, and things like that. but at the same time, guys, you have to be a good giver. All right. Zig Ziglar says you can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. All right. That is 100% true. It's just give, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. Give. All right. So the rules of service. And excuse me real quick. I'm going to take a drink. It's just give, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. Give. All right. So the rules of service. Excuse me real quick. I'm going to take a drink. All right, so three up, what I call the rules of service. The first one is the three up rule. The three leaders you've given permission to lead you. And when I say permission, I mean that. You have to give leaders permission to lead you and guide you. All right. And so those three leaders, as I said before, model their behaviors, whatever it is that they're doing and what they're successful at, you believe they're successful at it, model their behaviors, seek their guidance. Okay. Reach out to them. Not everyone will reach out, will respond to you. I've reached out to a couple of the people who I've given permission to lead me and they don't respond. Sometimes that they do. But to have enough courage to seek their guidance and reach out and ask them questions. Consume their content. For example, what you're doing right now, watching this webinar. Consume their content, read their books, watch their YouTube videos, pay attention to what they're saying. They will help you. One thing I've learned is successful people don't mind sharing information because successful people understand how difficult it is to get from where you are to where you want to be. And so successful people want to help you get there. They don't want to hold that information. And like I was having a conversation last night with a friend, and we were talking about how frustrated I am with those who are in leadership positions who have tons of knowledge and tons of information, but they hold on to this information and, they don't share it with people. And that's what I believe, that's what holds people back. That's what holds our communities back. That's what holds our nation back. That's what holds the global community back, because people don't want to share the information that has helped them get from where they are to where they want to be. All right. So the 3 down rule, the 3 leaders who have given you permission to lead them. Be a great teacher to those individuals. Again, they've given you permission to lead them. So be a great teacher. Practice, study the information so that you become an expert. Practice so that you can say, hey, this is what has worked for me, and then go out and teach that information to those who have given you permission to lead them. Ask the right questions. Oftentimes we want to, give our advice and give our opinions and think that, I can tell you this and this is what's going to work for you. But I've realized just from receiving coaching and also coaching my clients, if you ask the right questions, it will really unlock the answers and the keys for people and what they need to receive to get to where they want to be. All right. And most importantly, guys, train your replacement. You can't do this forever. At some point, you have to train somebody who's going to replace you, that you're going to pass the torch to, that you're going to pass the reins off to. Train them, help them be successful, give them the tools, the information, and training that they need to be successful. All right, so how to be of service. Jim Rohn says, whoever renders service to many puts himself in line for greatness. And that means great wealth, great return, great satisfaction, great reputation, and great joy. All right, so here's how to be of service. Step 1, empathize. You haven't always been in a great place, so be empathetic, care about what people are going through. Step 2, value opinions. Even if you would disagree with those opinions, that's okay, but you still have to value those opinions, because at some point, those individuals might come back and say, or that opinion that you didn't necessarily act upon initially, you might realize that this is an opinion that we need to now take, that we need to take action on and move forward with. All right. Step 3, respect others. If you don't respect other people, people won't respect you, and it's just impossible for you to get people to buy into your ideas. It's impossible to get people to work for you if you don't respect other people. All right. Again, develop other leaders. Again, study, practice, and teach. Teach and train other leaders. Think you, not me. Again, I told you guys at the top of this presentation, it is about you. It's not about me. I've learned a lot of things over the last couple of years, some things that have worked, some things that haven't worked, to studying those who are doing great things. And so I want to help you guys get from where you are to where you want to be. So think you and not me when you're working with people. All right, step number 6, empower. Give people the permission and encourage them and empower them to go out and do great things. If they don't get it right, use it as a learning experience and then come back, and teach and train and mold people and say, hey, look, this is what we need to start, stop, or continue doing so that we can move forward and have greater results and have greater success in the future. And then number 7, cultivate a culture of trust. Without trust, guys, it's just impossible. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And if people don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, it's just impossible for you to be a great leader. It's impossible for your life to change. It's impossible for your business to grow. So be a great student. The more that you study, the better of the student you become. You'll become an expert. And then, as you can see there, people will begin to follow you and pay attention to what you have to say. And then a quote from me, Jay Jackson: creating new leaders through your influence is a key to grow. So again, creating new leaders through your influence is a key to grow. All right, so how to be a student, guys? How to be a great student? Thirst for new knowledge. I mean, it's just an everyday thing. Every single day, you have to want to feed your mind with new information, whether it's YouTube videos, podcasts, books, you name it. Stand on the shoulders of giants. People who have accomplished great things in this world, stand on their shoulders. By standing on their shoulders, you'll be able to see a further distance. You'll be able to see farther and greater things just by standing on their shoulders. Read all the books. My top 3 books, as you can see: number 1, The Transformation Experience, Shifting Paradigms for Success by yours truly. This book will really help you shift your mindset, really shift your view and your perspective on who you are, what's possible, and really inspire you to go for more in life. Number 2, Your Divine Fingerprint, The Force That Makes You Unstoppable by Keith Craft. In this book, he really talks about how there are 2 million sperm cells that are ejaculated during each ejaculation. So just think about that. And some people say 2 million, some people say 10 million, who knows? But whether it's 2 million or 10 million, you are the one that made it. Okay. So you have already conquered, 1,999,000 other individuals, and you made it to the finish line. You won the race. So you are unstoppable. Keep going forward. Number 3, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book, I read a little bit of it multiple times throughout the course of the year because, again, there's always something, that you don't catch the first time around. So read that book often. And I'm going to give you guys 2 more. Book number 4 is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Cleason. I got to add that to the slide. So The Richest Man in Babylon, I promise you, he's going to talk to you really about how money works, how to create multiple streams of income. It's a phenomenal book. And then book number 5 is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, where he really talks about how to discipline yourself and create the habits and how it takes 10,000 hours, whether you're an athlete, an artist, musician, you name it. Whatever it is that you do, you have to put in those 10,000 hours in order for you to become great. Paula says, I thirst after wisdom like I thirst after righteousness. I am seeking out to learn how to sign or how to sing. I'm not sure which one that is, Paula, but okay. Have more than one skill. Trust me, guys, like I told you, I was very, very talented when I got out of the military, but I didn't have a whole lot of skills. So I had to go out and study and practice and gain the skills that are necessary that have put me in a position to be more successful. And then know more than one language. As you guys already know, look, if you don't know Spanish at a minimum, and here really, really soon, it's going to be a challenge for you to be able to really grow in the marketplace, because Spanish is probably going to become the number 1 language in America. So learn Spanish, learn more than one language, and it creates more opportunities. It opens up doors for you. And so my son and I are currently learning Spanish right now. because, of course, we want to be able to create more opportunities for ourselves. And Jim Rohn says, give it as a gift to your children. For example, in my will, all of my books will be gifted to my children and my notebooks and my journals, because I believe by giving that information, sharing that knowledge and that wisdom with future generations is the key, guys. She says, remember, yes, she did. I remember you saying that, Paula. She's like, instead of think and grow rich, she changed it to think and grow wealthy. And she reads it over and over for years. I remember you saying that, Paula. She's like, oh, how to do sign language to those who cannot hear. She says, I cannot sing at all. Don't feel bad, Paula, because I can't sing either. Oh, how to do sign language to those who cannot hear. She says, I cannot sing at all. Don't feel bad, Paula, because I can't sing either. All right. All right. And secret number 4, guys, we're almost up out of here. I told you I was going to give you 4 secrets. Here we are with secret number 4. How to increase your output to improve your results. The number one thing you need to do is raise your standards and expectations. All right. So your standards are a set of behaviors built upon expectations you have of yourself and those you lead and serve. Your standards lay the foundation for your performance. Look, guys, my standards are off the chart. Is it always perfect? No. But the quality of work that I push out to the marketplace, I do everything I can to ensure that it's high quality work. Anytime I do a webinar or a live workshop, a podcast interview, a one-on-one coaching experience, I always try to make sure the quality of my work is at the highest possible standards. My expectations, as you guys should know by now, my expectations are off the charts. But your expectations are, it's your belief that you and your company, your community, or your families will do great things and achieve your goals. Again, I believe we're going to transform 5 million lives and businesses by 2023. I believe it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I have moved from belief and I know it's going to happen. And that's just how much faith and expectation that I have in God and my creator, my source, who gives me all the strength to be able to move forward and make these things happen. All right. So when we talk about raising your standards and expectation, everything is important. Everything. Remember, cross your T's, dot your I's. Don't take anything for granted. Master the details. And then again, always operate with a spirit of excellence, regardless of what level you're at, guys. You have to think excellence. Okay. There's a beauty in an ugly start. But remember, you're striving for a quality of excellence, because your standards and expectations and your ability to operate with excellence is what will separate you from everyone else. All right, so Olivia Wilde says, I have very high standards for every part of my life, my work, my relationships, the food I eat, even love. I just cannot pretend. All right. All right. So Paula says, surely, and I touch in righteous agreement with you. You have permission to lead me. I appreciate that, Paula. I really, really appreciate that. All right. So how to raise your standards and expectations. Number 1, identify limiting beliefs about who you are and what's possible, guys. We all have them. Even I, have to identify what's holding me back. Okay, even though some of you guys might be thinking, Jay's thinking really big, these grandiose ideas, but even I have to experience breakthroughs between what I believe is even possible sometimes. So yeah, there are even sometimes limitations where I think, this isn't going to work, or people aren't really going to like this. So even I have to push and fight and break through some of the limiting beliefs in terms of what I think is possible. Step 2, separate yourself from people and activities that support limiting beliefs. Again, I've got family members who have called me crazy, and you need to get a job, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. I don't know what else to say. I love them. 4th of July, I go home. Weddings, I go home. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I go home. I love all my family, but I spend a very small amount of time, in those environments, simply because there are a ton of limiting beliefs. and I don't want to allow that environment to impact and influence my beliefs. So I get in, I love on people, and then I'm out. All right, step three, make it clear what will happen when you change your beliefs. Like literally, like on my wall here, there's a poster board where I've got 8 sections in terms of the affirmations. I talk about my faith, my family, my finances, my friends. I talk about my health. I talk about my business. I talk about, what's the other one I got up here? I talk about my home. I talk about my knowledge and my mind. I talk about really, what life will be like, in terms of once I change some of these views and perspectives, what life will be like in the future. So you have to make it clear as to what will happen when you change your beliefs. All right, step number four, identify the people, places, and activities that support your new beliefs. All right, I'm a part of several communities and have several relationships with individuals who support my new beliefs in terms of what's possible and what's going to happen as we move through the future. So you have to be a part of those communities as well and surround yourself with people who support your new beliefs. Don't try to force people to believe in your mission. Don't try to force people to believe in your vision. They'll eventually either get on board or you just have to continue to move forward. And those who believe in your vision and those who believe in your mission, they'll get on board when it's time for them to get on board and they'll help you guys move forward. All right, step number five, take massive action. I'm going to emphasize this again. You might hear it. Take massive action, guys, towards reaching your new standard and expectations. Okay? Every single day, you need to do something that is just massively different from what everybody else is doing. If everybody else is doing it, you need to stop doing it. You need to start doing the things that nobody else is doing. Will it be uncomfortable? Yes. Will people call you crazy? Will people look at you like, like I tell you, some people look at me like I've got 3 heads and 8 eyes on each head and 4 tails, coming out of the backside. And, at first it used to be uncomfortable for people to look at me like I was weird. But now at this point, when you've got enough conviction and faith and belief in your vision and your mission, you keep pushing forward. You don't let anybody stop you. All right. So real quick, what do you say? What's going on, Mr. Ferris Flowney? Man, I haven't talked to you in a minute. We need to get together and have a conversation real soon, brother. But Flaris says, I agree. Thanks for dropping knowledge, brother. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. We need to get together and chop it up. Have a conversation real soon, brother. But Flaris says, I agree. Thanks for dropping knowledge, brother. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. We need to get together and chop it up. All right, but yet, Paula says, dream snatchers. I am all about seeking and building. No doubt. That's the only way we're going to make it, man. That is the only way we're going to make it, is by, seeking the truth, seeking the knowledge, building yourself, building others, and making things happen. But real quick, this is another testimony. I'm not going to read through all of it, but this young lady, she has made tremendous amounts of growth, both personally and professionally, helping her shift her mindset behind what's possible and just encouraging her and empowering her to continue to move forward and grow. She just recently launched a new business on top of some of the other things that she's doing, even as a single mom, doing really, really dope and great things. So that's that one. All right. So real quick. So I got Ferris and Miss Paula still rocking with me live. Natasha says she had to step off, but for the two of you who are still on board, do you guys, and I know Ferris, you kind of popped in a little bit late, but Miss Paula's been with me for the long period. Do you think that this will work for you? If you think that this will work for you, either hit me with a yes in the comment section or hit me with a like or a heart to let me know if you think some of this information will work for you. If you think that this will work for you, either hit me with a yes in the comment section or hit me with a like or a heart to let me know if you think some of this information will work for you. Miss Paula says yes and dropped a few hearts. All right, I can dig it. I appreciate it. All right, so secret number one again, guys, getting people to believe in your idea. Secret number two, becoming the person who can make an impact. Secret number three, getting others to work with you. And then secret number four, improving your output to increase your results. So let me ask you guys a question. Those of you who are online with me, how many of you are excited about what we just talked about? Hit me with another quick heart real quick. Those of you who are online with me, how many of you are excited about what we just talked about? Hit me with another quick heart real quick. All right. Now, if you're feeling like this, it's okay too. You can drop and say, yep, my head is exploding right now. If you feel like your head is exploding right now. Paula says yes and yes. All right. So, real quick, guys, I'm going to go through 10 more minutes of your time. I'm really grateful for you guys for spending some time with me. But I told you I was going to talk to you about this strategic action plan. It's going to take about really, 10 minutes on to teach you and show you what you can do to create your strategic master plan. She says, I want you to know that you are valuable. I never do this, never met anyone I believe in. You make me feel like I can fly. Hey, I'm grateful for you. I really mean that, man, from the bottom of my heart. It's I can honestly say that there was a point in time where I didn't have anybody to teach me, show me, mold me. I was clueless. I was afraid. I had no idea how I was going to get from where I was to where I am right now. To be honest with you, I have no idea what the future holds, but I know it's going to be great. I know it's going to be a phenomenal experience. Like, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be able to serve you. Thank you for trusting me to lead you. Yeah, I'm grateful. I really, really am. So, real quick, guys, we're gonna go through the strategic action plan master class. This is what you're gonna get. It's a 6 week master class. I'm leading 2 classes right now, and I'm looking to add a third one. I want to add 10 of them. I want to add as many master classes as I possibly can because I want to teach as many people as possible how to get from where you are to where you want to be. So just roll with me a couple of more weeks. So over the 6 weeks, these are the things that we would talk about. We'll talk about number one, preparing for transformational change. Number two, laying the foundation. Number three, leadership through service, where I really, really dig deep to show you how to be a servant leader and how to, I promise you, there are key details to servant leadership that some people aren't. I told you, there are servant leaders, people who call themselves servant leaders who have information, knowledge, and wisdom that they're not sharing except with their intimate circle. So I want you to get this information by joining this master class. I'm going to really show you how to be a servant leader and how to really get an amazing return in your life and your business. All right, week number 4, how to communicate with these. Week 5, how to assemble your team. Your squad is the key. I just told you guys, I recently brought on board an assistant to apply for additional speaking engagements, to get get me interviews on different podcasts, but then also I'm going to bring my podcast back to get some high caliber guests to come on board with us. So adding her to my team has completely changed things. I recently met a marketing expert who has been giving me tons of information, and we're building our relationship so that we can really work on some strategies and things like that as we move into the future. Some of the things that I was working on to close out 2017 and move into 2018 were good, but even she came in and she was like, Jay, you can do a little bit better. So you have to surround yourself with people who can really help you get to a higher level. All right. And then week number 6, we're going to talk about how to improve your performance, because it's your performance. It's your ability to really go to another level that determines whether or not you're going to stay where you are or get to where you want to be. All right. So here's a testimonial from one of my most recent clients, Dr. Tracy Powell, the CEO of Synergistic Solutions. I tell you guys, I woke up to this testimonial and it really just, it made me feel phenomenal. But she says, "Good morning, Jay. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. You are indeed a great person and coach. The business and I have grown so much over the last few months because of your direction and leadership. You are greatly appreciated. My goal is to be like you as I develop. Have a great day, coach." Trust me, guys, these testimonials, they do mean a lot. They do let me know and give me that feedback that I need to let me know that we want to keep pushing and keep moving forward. So again, guys, it works. If you take the information that I teach you, if you take the information that I share in the different master classes and the strategic action plan master class, it will get you the results that you want. So who this works for: frontline managers, emerging leaders, entrepreneurs, nonprofit directors, community organizers, anybody who wants to increase their impact and profits. This course, this 6-week course is for you. All right. And I tell you, Google won't get you the results that you want. Okay. Information alone is insufficient. You've learned how to become a better leader and entrepreneur in this particular session that we're doing live right now. But you need a coach that'll make this all of this work for you. You need a support team to hold you accountable. People who go at this alone, they have a 0% success rate. People who work with me, 90% success rate. And the reason why I say 90%, because the 10% who don't have success is because they don't apply the information that I give you. I always tell you why you need certain things, but I will also give you the practical action steps that you must take in order to get the results that you want. All right. So the total value, just hear me out for a second. The total value of just the master class itself, the master class alone, it is valued at $300. That's the value of it. All right. That's the value of it. All right. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys several as gifts to you. All right. Outside of the sessions that we would do from a training perspective, I'm going to give you several gifts. But I'm going to give you this 30-day progress and outsourcing checklist. This tool will help you save time, save money, maintain your motivation, increase your productivity, increase your creativity, and also increase your delegation skills, guys. Paula says, "I want to work with you. I want you to put me in, coach." All right, Paula, I hear you talking. I hear you talking. Let's keep rocking. We're going to work through this thing real quick, and we're going to see how we're going to make this happen. All right. So, with this checklist, you'll be able to experience improvements in your thinking, your confidence, your productivity. You'll free yourself from stress. You'll lead and influence others with maximum impact. You'll be able to get rid of limiting beliefs, and then you'll also be able to get rid of people, environments, and habits that are hindering your success. I know that these people exist. I know that these environments exist. I know because I've been through that myself personally. And so what I had to start doing is I had to start trimming people out of my life. I had to start limiting my access to certain environments. I had to create an environment and a culture specifically, in my home, whether it's, how we keep the house clean. I actually run my house as if it's a business. My son and I, we make decisions together like, hey, how does this impact us for the long term? It might be some, immediate, gratification, but if we take and focus on this immediate gratification right now, how does this impact us, in the future? So that's how we make business decisions when it comes to our family and our household. So the problem that this checklist solved for me, guys, I didn't know how to systems are very, very important. I didn't know how to systematically achieve the results that I wanted. So I had to create, this 30-day progress checklist for myself to really be able to measure and gauge whether or not I'm making progress. And so I tell you, it saved me almost a year, close to a year. It saved me in time in terms of accelerating my results and my progress. It increased my profits by 2,000%. Trust me, guys, the things that I will teach you will truly, truly help you increase your profits, because that's what this is all about. Most people don't want to be rich. Most people don't want to be wealthy. I get it. I want to be wealthy. That's my goal. I've experienced some phenomenal results. I've helped my clients experience phenomenal results. And I want to help those who want to experience phenomenal results get from where they are to where they want to be as well. All right. So yes, the tools work. There's no discrimination based on your age, your race, your religion, or your gender. You don't need an MBA or a PhD. Your past or your current income level doesn't matter. And it is applicable across any industry. Think about it. I told you, I was in the military. I was an air traffic controller. I never imagined being a coach. I never imagined doing online training and webinars. I never imagined speaking. So I'm telling you guys, whatever your background is, you can gain the tools, you can gain the skills, you can gain the resources to help you get to where you want to be. All right. So just with these two things, now, just these two, the strategic action plan masterclass is valued at $3,000. The 30-day progress and outsource checklist is a $49 value. But again, this is just the value of them. This is the value. But I'm going to give you a mobilizing your strengths and improving your weaknesses training video. All right, the pain that this cost to me, I felt inferior based on the perceived strengths, and you can see my air quotes, the perceived strengths of others. I didn't know what I was great at. This actually held me back from achieving several goals, and it definitely cost me time and money. And here's what you're going to gain. You'll accelerate your results. Will definitely expose the greatness that you have inside of you, because I believe every single human being on this planet is much more than just a piece of the animal kingdom. I believe you guys, every last one of us, we are God's highest form of creation. We all have greatness within us. And so this is what you're going to gain. I'm going to show you that greatness. We'll boost your confidence. We'll identify opportunities for your success. And then we will most importantly improve your performance. So far I told you the strategic action plan masterclass, the 30-day progress and outsourcing checklist, and the mobilizing strengths and improving weaknesses training video. But guess what? That's not it. I'm also going to throw in another training video that focuses on improving your self-awareness. All right. So here's the pain that cost me. I was not living a life of fulfillment. Okay. I didn't feel fulfilled. I was doing some things, but I didn't feel like I was really living in my purpose. I didn't feel like I was really, doing the things that I love to do. So I didn't know what triggered anger. I didn't know what triggered frustration. I didn't know what triggered, even my frustration and my stress. So it created unhealthy habits that led to personal and professional setbacks. I struggled with serving my clients at a higher capacity a few years ago. But I tell you, once I really worked on self-awareness, and I told you, study, practice, teach. So I've studied self-awareness. I've practiced how to improve my self-awareness. And now I want to teach you guys. And that's one of the things I'm going to teach you in this video. All right, and here's what you'll gain from that self-awareness video or the training video. You'll get a better understanding of why you do the things that you do. You'll learn how to improve your habits. You'll summon the courage to take massive action. And then you'll also gain a fresh perspective on your career and your goals. And when I say your career, whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you're still working your 9 to 5, well, you'll get a fresh perspective on your career and your goals as far as what you want to do in your 9 to 5, or how we can create an outside income in your part-time so that you can pay down debt, take some extra vacations, plan for retirement, or whatever the case may be. That's part of what you'll gain in this self-awareness training video. All right. So again, this is what you're going to receive just from the things that I've promised you so far. All right. So the strategic action plan masterclass valued at $3,000. The 30-day progress and outsourcing checklist has a $49, just the value, guys. That's just the value of it. The 2 training videos, both valued at $97. The total value, just the total value, is $3,243. But guess what? I'm going to give you another training video. And this training video is going to be moving towards mastery. All right. And here's the pain that, not moving towards mastery cost me. I couldn't control my internal thought process that guided my emotions, my habits, and my behaviors. It took me years to change my unhealthy habits because I didn't have somebody to teach me, show me, and mold me how to keep those things, on how to change those things and keep them under control. I thought that focusing on enriching myself was selfish when it's not. Notice every time you get on an airplane, the flight attendant says, put on your oxygen mask first. Because if you don't put on your oxygen mask first, you cannot help the person in the seat to the right of you or the person in the seat to the left of you. So it's okay to focus on enriching yourself first. Okay, guys? And then number 4, I couldn't iron out the biases that clouded my judgment. All right. We all have biases. We all have certain things within us that we need to overcome because they prevent us from really allowing someone to help us based on, race, religion, nationality, any of those things, guys, their gender. Those things are real. And if we don't intentionally pull those weeds out and plant new seeds and beliefs behind what people are capable of and who people really are, we're not truly being what I consider to be, children of God and purpose driven leaders. All right, so here's what you're going to gain. You'll simplify your day and increase your focus, determine the difference between your needs and your wants. You'll become a better observer of your thoughts, and then you'll make peace with your past and create a more objective approach to the present. All right, so here we go. You'll receive the Strategic Action Plan Masterclass, the 30-day progress checklist, mobilize your strengths and improve your weaknesses. You'll improve your self-awareness and we'll move towards mastery. The total value of all of this is $3,340. But guess what? I'm not going to charge you $3,340. All right? I'm not going to do that because that's what this isn't about. I really want to see you guys win and succeed. But if all this system did was get people to believe in your idea and you have fun while doing it, would it be worth the $3,340? I believe the answer is yes. What did she say? Sovereignty and dominion made just a little lower than angels in his image. Charity and love starts at home. Self then spreads abroad. Absolutely, Paula. No doubt. No doubt. Again, I'm not going to charge you $3,340, but and if all it did was help you become a better leader or an entrepreneur who can make an impact and increase your profits, would it be worth $3,340? I believe the answer is yes. Now, if you believe the answer is yes, because I think Paul is the only one on with me right now, give me your heart real quick, Paul, and let me know if you believe it'll be worth the $3,340. If you believe the answer is yes, I think Paul is the only one on with me right now, give me your heart real quick, Paul, and let me know if you believe it'll be worth it. Absolutely. Paula says, yes, it is worth it. The worker is worth his wages. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And if all it did was help you get others to work with you, then would it be worth it? I guarantee you she's going to say yes. I believe that. All right. So here's the deal, guys. I had 2 choices. All right. Choice number 1, I can go as cheap as possible to sell as many as possible. And I really couldn't stack on the value. I couldn't add, the training videos, the checklist. I wouldn't be able to do all of those things if I really went as cheap as possible. Or choice number 2, it requires a slightly higher investment on your side. And again, slightly. But by this slightly higher investment, we can dedicate more time, energy, and resources to help guarantee your success. All right. So what would the end result be worth to you? If you had a group of people who believe in your idea and enjoy helping you build it, what would it be worth to you? I really want you to start to think about that. That isn't something that's not a question I'm asking and expecting an answer behind. So it's pretty rhetorical, but really start thinking about what it would be worth to you if you had a group of people who believe in your idea and enjoy helping you build it. All right. Next, Paula says, yes and yes. No, we are to value our product. No doubt, Paula, we definitely have to value it. But my second question, again, how much would you pay to be a better leader and entrepreneur who's making an impact and more money? That's just a question that you got to ask to yourself. All right. And question number 3, you can probably see why people pay me $3,340 for a similar result. Because it's not a cost, guys. It's an investment. All right. On any time we make an investment in something, we can expect a return. So you making this investment or others who make the investment of $3,340, they always see how the information, the knowledge and wisdom that I share with them actually helps change their life, improve their life, change their business, or improve their business. All right, so you guys can clearly see, you've already seen how it's worth the 3340, and even at 3340, which I charge the public, it's a great deal. At 3340, it's a great deal. But because I love you guys and I want to see you guys win, I told you at the top of this training video that I do this because I want to see you guys win. I'm going to give you a very, very, very special offer. All right. And it is definitely worth your investment. Like I said before, it's an investment. It's not we have to start looking at our growth and our development, whether personally or even in our business, as an expense. We have to look at it as an investment that's going to yield a return. So investment option number one, y'all ready? Boom, a one-time payment of $297. That's right. For $297, you have the opportunity to work with me for 6 weeks. Okay. And I know you guys spend $297 on things that you don't get a return from. But for $297, you get an opportunity to work with me for 6 weeks for me to coach you, mold you, groom you to help you get from where you are and you want to be. Or you got investment option number two. You can make 3 payments, $100 every 2 weeks for 3 payments, which will bring it to a total of $300. And those extra $3, of course, is processing fees and things like that through the PayPal recurring and automated system. So you can either take the one-time payment of $297, or you can make the 3 bi-weekly payments of $100 every 2 weeks. Both of those links are in the description of this video of the Facebook Live. Click on one of those links right now to make your investment. The one-time payment of $297 is the first option, or investment option number two, which is $100 every 2 weeks for 3 payments, which is $300. All right, so here's why it's worth your investment. Because if you met me outside of this event, outside of this webinar, you would invest in this same product for $3,340. Trust me, guys. That's what I charge my clients outside of this when I do this 6-week masterclass within their company. But because you guys are my small, intimate community, my small, intimate family, I'm giving you guys this huge, huge, huge savings because my relationship with you is totally different. All right. You guys are my tribe. You guys are my family. I want to see you guys truly succeed. I'm not doing this with you because I want to become rich and wealthy. I'm doing this with you guys because I want to see you guys win, but I can't give it away for free. I've given you tons amount of value in this free training class right now that we're doing. But I have to be able to, pay members of my team and pay members of my staff. And that's what your investment will go towards. But again, because you've invested this time with us and you've proven that you really want to get the results that you want, that's why I'm making this special offer to you. So you got to make the investment. So here's the deal. You got 2 choices. Choice number 1, you can do nothing and get nothing. Or choice number 2, you can take a leap of faith. You can test it and see if it'll work for you. All right. I believe that the best choice for you to make is choice number 2. Take that leap of faith, test and see if it'll work for you. And here's the beautiful part about it, guys. It's okay if it doesn't work for you. And here's why. I believe it's going to work for you. I know it's going to work for you. And I know so much, I'm so convicted that it's going to work for you that I'm offering you a 100% money back guarantee if you don't experience any positive results from this 6-week strategic action plan masterclass. That's how committed and how convicted I am that this is going to work for you. Make the investment, guys. Make the investment. So the real question, is it worth investing a few dollars to check this out, even if it only does half of what I claim that it's going to do for you today? Trust me, if it only does half of what I said it's going to do today, it will pay for itself by the end of our first session. Trust me. Your investment, it really is. It's not even one session, with me. But that's why I'm making it available for you guys, because I want to see you guys win. I really, really do. So one last time, here's what you're going to receive. What does she says? She says, how long do I have? I really do not have it, but I can get it. I believe in what God has given me, and I am worth the investment. You are worth the investment, so I will more than give it back to them. I would not even be listening. I operate in kingdom wisdom, and that wisdom led me to you. All right, so here's the deal, Paula. I'm going to hold this for 72 hours. So that is Sunday night at 8 p.m. And the reason why I'm holding this for 72 hours, which is Sunday night at 8 p.m., is because I'm going to be, I have so many other things going on, and I really need to know who's going to participate in this master class. So if you really believe that you can do whatever you got to do to get these resources so that you can make this investment, let's make it happen. So Sunday night, 8 p.m., that'll be 72 hours from the time that I started this course. Do what you got to do. Again, the links are in the description for the one-time payment, $297, or the bi-weekly payments of $100 would bring you to the $300. All right, but here's a free gift. Here's another free gift that I'm going to give you guys on top of the 6-week strategic action plan masterclass. I'm going to give you a one-on-one strategy session where you and I will sit down. We'll set 3 SMART goals. All right. We'll set 3 goals that you want to achieve. We'll establish your quarterly, monthly, and weekly objectives, meaning what are you going to do each week, each month, and each quarter to help you achieve your 3 SMART goals. You'll identify the enemies to your success. We all have enemies to our success, but I promise you guys, sometimes we don't even recognize that certain people are enemies to our success. I can tell you, it can be a sibling, it can be a parent, it can be a significant other. They are actually an enemy to your success, and I'm going to show you how to identify those. And then, of course, we'll also increase your confidence. That's what this free gift is going to do for you with our one-on-one strategy session. So, again, here's what you're going to get. You'll get the 6-week success action plan masterclass valued at $3,000. You'll get the 30-day progress checklist. You'll get the mobilizing strengths and improving your weaknesses training video. You'll get the self-awareness training video. You'll get the moving towards mastery training video. And then you're also going to get a free gift from me, which is a one-on-one strategy session. All of this is valued at $3,340. But your price today, just because you're a member of my family, a member of my community, a member of my tribe, it's going to be a $300 investment. Again, the links to make your investment, the one-time investment, or the bi-weekly $100 every 2-week investment, both of those links are in the description of this video. Click the link, make the investment. Let's make it happen. If you got any questions, Paula, right now is the time to ask any of the questions that you might have. So she says, 3 days resurrection. I value your time. I can. This is as important as eating the meat. That's what I'm talking about. Paula says making this investment is as important as eating. That's what I'm talking about, Paula. Hey, look, Paula, make it happen. Let's make it happen. All right. Do whatever it is you got to do. I tell people all the time, rob, kill, or steal. I'm not encouraging you to go out there and commit any crimes, but if you have to beg, if you got to borrow it, if you got to steal, do whatever you got to do to make this investment, because that's the only way. I told you the guys the story of how when that plane was sitting on the tarmac and the pilot says, yo, your flight's been canceled, nothing was stopping me from getting to the DC area to get this information. It was the best decision, one of the best decisions that I've ever made. All right. Don't allow anything to stop you from getting to where you want to be. Nothing. What she says. She says, for anyone reading, I'm going to get this $300 in integrity. I have sowed seeds. I give, so it shall be given to me. I can dig it, Paul. I was just talking trash. I was just talking trash. But yeah, do whatever you got to do, man. Let's get this investment made. I want to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. Let's make it happen. I really am looking forward to working with you. You have been a trooper. I see what you're posting on social media. You've been active in this group and in this community. I'm really excited about working with you. I'm excited about you working with you guys who are going to watch this on the replay. Again, this particular offer, until I make this offer again, this particular offer expires on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Make the investment. Let's make this happen. I look forward to working with you guys. Um, she says, but I ain't too proud to beg. Absolutely, Miss Paula. Don't be too proud to beg. Do what you got to do to make this happen. Let's make it happen, guys. If there's no more questions, I'm going to get up out of here. I got to get myself together and wind down for the night, take care of a few tasks so I can get up at 4:30 in the morning, get back on the grind and make it to the gym. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Have a great night. Love everybody. Peace. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Have a great night. Love everybody. Peace.